Ladies and gentlemen, first off, Happy New Year. It is 2025, and welcome to the Losers Lounge podcast. It is that time of the year, folks. Perhaps one of the biggest times for any wrestling fan. It's Royal Rumble season. Royal Rumble, WWE is going to be in Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium, Saturday, February 1st, 2025, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is insane to think about because the crowd is going to be the largest paid audience in Royal Rumble history. I'm not just talking about prices of tickets, I'm talking about the quantity of tickets. 65,000 plus people will be packing that stadium, so I wish I was going. Not going, but it's all good. I'm going to Elimination Chamber, my Kingdom of Toronto the following month, so I'm happy for that. But, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, of course, fellow Losers Lounge member, the heelest of Valors. It's Heel Beller.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Christian. It's 2025. We're back. Did you miss us? I know I missed us. It's great to be back. Royal Rumble season. I said this on my video where I was talking about the Rumble itself. It's like Christmas. But usually with Christmas, you get the presents and the milk and the cookies from Santa Claus. But in this case, you get professional wrestling. You get people getting thrown over the top rope, heading to WrestleMania. So let's talk about it.
Hell yeah. Hey, Willie, I want to ask, though, what is one of your favorite things about the Royal Rumble event when it comes to entrance?
Honestly, I think it's the surprises. The big surprises that happen,
You love surprises.
With the numbers counting down and all that stuff.
You love surprises. Well, the Royal Rumble's all about surprises. So, that's exactly why we're starting off the Losers Lounge podcast with a surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, I want to welcome fellow person from nowhere. He's not from anywhere. I'm just kidding. He's from the place down under. Please welcome the devil from down under, MGB Tyler.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing very well. I'm doing personally fantastic. And in fact, even more fantastic than ever because today, well, at the time of recording, today's actually January 31st, 2025, which, well, coincidentally, is my birthday.
Oh,
Which is pretty damn neat.
Hey.
Oh my God, he's gonna love the surprise.
Seriously,
Yes.
I thought that was such a great coincidence, I say, but yeah, this is my favorite time of the year, Royal Rumble season. Oh man, I'm so excited. And in fact, this is actually the very first pay-per-view to air on Netflix globally, which, can I just say how great the Netflix rollout has been so far? I mean, yes, it doesn't have everything we might all want, like there's none of the documentaries and the back catalog's a little bit limited, but getting all live events on Netflix with a standard membership with no ads, that's pretty good.
Well,
that is really good.
I mean, well, there are ads for SmackDown and NXT, but still, Monday Night Raw is with the real deal. What you're talking about?
Oh yeah, I love how matches now just don't they don't get interrupted now. They just keep going, even internationally. Like I've seen on recent episodes of NXT and SmackDown, the matches do keep going, and also like how they've got, while they have like the quote unquote ad breaks, they have like these little videos of the wrestlers, which I think is pretty cool. So, hey, we got something pretty nice there.
I mean, sure, it's good, but the music that's looping is so annoying. I always just mute it after that. But regardless, let's not go too far into that because we might just make the Americans jealous here.
Yeah.
It's all good, though. All right, folks, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back fellow optimistic Hall of Famer, K-Sean.
Wait, don't start yet. Sorry, I had to stop by the hot dog stand.
Hot dog stand. Yeah.
Yeah, I just came back from the hot dog stand. I just got a hot dog with, and you'll never guess what I got on it.
Let me guess. Mayonnaise?
No, I got the second best option. I got some motherfucking mustard.
Did you just call that the second best option?
You heard me.
Well. Whatever floats your boat. How you doing, man? Are you excited for Royal Rumble?
At the top of my voice, I'm excited for the Royal Rumble, my brother.
Hell yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another optimistic Hall of Famer, Steep.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to say I hope everyone's 2025 is off to an incredible start. It is Royal Rumble season, and after that, we are on the road to Mania. Yeah, it's I love this time of the year. You know, a lot can happen, a lot cannot happen. We'll just see what route this goes, and it ain't a pay-per-view weekend without us in here, the Losers Lounge. So yeah, have fun with this and have fun with the show.
As you can tell, folks, there's a lot of guests here because we still got 2 more names. This is breaking records here.
Beat these pants.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and
I do
gentlemen,
not eat pants.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome another optimistic Hall of Famer. It's been his first time on the podcast in a while. Leo, the Phenom.
I am back on. It's been quite a while since I've been on here, since it was, WrestleMania last year?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. It's been a tumultuous year that I've been going through, but being back on, I'm just happy to be talking about wrestling with my buddies. That's what matters most.
Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about.
And also, if I sound a little off at any point, I do apologize. I'm recovering from losing my voice from a cold.
Yeah, this shit is brutal.
Yeah, and I'm Floridian. We ain't used to a cold.
Yeah. Yep. So, folks, if you hear any of that, it's simply because he's on the recovery from a cold. But it's all good. It's glad to have you here regardless and hope you feel better soon. Ladies and gentlemen, our final guest. Wow. That's the end. That's the last time I'm saying that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our friend, Dustin. Actually, I will say this. Dustin, he's a man who's attending the Royal Rumble.
Yes, I most certainly am attending the Royal Rumble this year. How's everyone doing today? Hope everyone's 2025 is off to a fantastic start. I know mine is starting off really well with the Royal Rumble, heading to Indianapolis for the first time. And can't wait to talk about the Rumble on this podcast. Let's get it started, boys.
Yes, sir. All right, now that everybody's here and everybody had a chance to be introduced, Willie, shall I tell them? I have a secret.
I think we should.
I have a secret.
It's a secret, guys.
Who wants to hear a secret?
Come in close.
Come in close. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler, Dustin, Keyshawn, Steve, Leo, welcome officially to the Losers Lounge!
Woo!
Right.
You guys are guests no more.
Surprise! Y'all losers.
We're the squad.
Everybody, put up your L's.
Put up your L's.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, nobody can see it, but hey, it's okay. Everybody put up your L's because we are all losers. Yes, folks. Okay, Sean, Tyler, Steve, Leo, and Dustin, the newest members of the Losers Lounge. No longer guests. They have moved in.
Hey, may I also say this?
Yep.
Yeet.
Yeet!
Yeah.
But yeah, Royal Rumble season is always about surprises, and that, without a doubt, is one of the biggest surprises we could ever give you.
It's an honor, man. It is such an honor.
Truly an honor.
Very much an honor. Very much an honor.
You guys have been, here's the thing, the reason I decided this is because you guys have been guests to the point where you should really start paying rent around here.
Exactly.
How much you charge?
I love
them?
definitely not.
Maybe I should probably get a PS5 for the studio. I think that would be nice.
Folks.
Let's pay rent on that one.
Yes.
By 1,000.
I want to make something.
There's even a pool table over there in the corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to make something perfectly clear.
Goddamn pool table.
Yeah, I want to make something perfectly clear on one more thing, though, folks. We have new losers. However, these guys are not replacements to the legends of the Losers Lounge.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Kelsey, Ryan, Connor, without a doubt, the greatest legends in Losers Lounge history. Losers in our hearts forever. But I just thought to
The
myself,
OGs.
why
OGs for sure.
should we just stay as us five when we could make our family much bigger?
That's right. Welcome to the squad,
Absolutely.
boys. Very proud.
Hell yeah.
Losers Lounge is now 10 members strong.
That's right.
The greatest faction in all of podcasting.
Yes, we are.
Well, did I say 10? I meant
Oh,
11.
wait. We got another surprise.
I meant 11.
Oh.
He may not be here, but there's a new member of the Losers Lounge as well, and it's one of our best friends. It is none other than, you know what, Heel Baller, you say who this is.
Well, we have two. One, oh man, this one. Are y'all ready? I think we know him pretty well. Welcome to the Losers Lounge, our very own Beast Mode 9000.
Woo!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Let's go, Pete.
Y'all can put on, here's the thing, y'all could put on your social medias now that you are members of the Losers Lounge podcast. You guys are losers now.
Our losers. Oh, but wait, Christian. I think there's one more.
Oh yeah, there is one more. Is this guy also, here's the thing, just like Beast Mode, is this guy also an optimistic Hall of Famer?
I think he is. Let me get the script here. I'm gonna rip the script. Welcome to the Losers Lounge, Sock Monkey Mike. That's right.
Yeah.
Mike!
Mike, let's go.
Surprise, boys.
I will ring this dude at work.
Oh, this is amazing.
I guarantee, here's the thing, folks. This ain't scripted. These guys had no idea I was going to say that.
No,
Not a clue.
this is real.
I told Heel Baller this a few days ago and told him to keep his trap shut.
Yep, I kept my mouth shut for days. For days, I
Because-
kept my mouth shut.
It's the Royal Rumble season. It's all about surprises and everything. So that's, without a doubt, the ultimate surprise us, the Losers Lounge, could give you. What a way to start the new year.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
So,
For
What
real.
do you guys think of the logo? I think it looks pretty snazzy.
yeah, we have a new logo, folks, that I'll be releasing soon as a result of this. Made by Ty Lore is another reason why I decided to invite him, because, my God, he's fucking creative.
Oh, absolutely. This man's creative.
Oh, Tyler, you're a
Black
genius.
nigga likes it.
So what you guys
Yeah,
saw...
I mean-
How's that?
Well, here's the thing. What you guys saw right now, of course, on when this video started was the usual intro. But trust me, on our next podcast, you're gonna see something different. We are shaping up the intro. We're shaping up the logo, and it's gonna be beautiful. Because everybody here deserves to be getting recognition for this, like how I used to do it before when I was setting up those loud pyrotechnics. For the record, folks, no, there's no loud pyrotechnics. Don't worry, I'm not gonna scare you guys.
Yeah, don't worry.
So, now that you guys have calmed down from the amazing shock and excitement of being welcomed into the Losers Lounge, who's ready to talk the Royal Rumble?
You know it. I'm ready.
Affirmative. Let's do this.
All right.
I think they're excited. That's everything.
Oh, yeah. Royal Rumble, of course, at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Largest crowd in Royal Rumble history, but I already mentioned that at the start. It's still worth mentioning again because I did not expect this. I thought it was still going to go down the route of the last SummerSlam, the last couple years of the Rumble, where they had a section tarped off because they didn't even bother selling that side. Or worst case scenario, SummerSlam in Nashville, where literally one half of the whole stadium was tarped off, and that was still pathetic. But no, folks, everywhere you look, there's going to be somebody sitting in a chair. I hope that WWE brings those drones in and does 360-degree shots.
Oh, yeah.
For real.
Because that's what we're doing. Lucas Oil Stadium, where the Indianapolis Colts play. But let's be honest, nobody cares about the Colts, especially during Super Bowl season. Speaking of, folks, Kansas City for the win.
Is that so?
Yeah, it is so. But anyway, that's later.
We'll find out next week.
That's later, though. That's, folks, in New Orleans. Kansas City versus Philadelphia Eagles. And no one case Sean.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, no one case Sean. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's all good, though. For the Royal Rumble, there are 4 matches to talk about. But let's be honest, it's without doubt the most stacked card we've ever seen. Because, like, when it comes to the matches that we got, aside from the Rumble matches, I'm guaranteeing everything's going to be a banger. Starting with this match right here. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team titles. The champions, DIY, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, defending against the Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City Machine Guns, of course, this is the first time we're talking about them on the podcast because, let's be honest, we haven't talked the tag titles on a podcast since WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
Hopefully that changes in the future, but this is our first time. This is our first time really talking about the Motor City Machine Guns. They made an impact starting in August of 2024. Then
no pun intended.
Then won the tag team titles like 3 weeks later. So that was crazy. The DIY, of course, funny enough, this is their second reign with the tag titles. I was in the crowd when they won it the first time in Toronto, and then I was in the crowd when they lost them in Cleveland before SummerSlam. They won them on the SmackDown before Money in the Bank, and then lost them on the SmackDown before SummerSlam. So I was like, oh, whoops. I gave good luck one time and then bad luck the next. You know what? That happens. But I love the direction they've been going with this. It really seems like the tag division on SmackDown has really been stacking. Monday Night Raw, Adam Pearce, where the fuck are you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, you got the ammo, so use it. Swear to God. So, where to begin on this? I look at those two teams. Two of the best teams I've ever seen. To put them in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag titles in front of over 65,000 plus people, probably close to 70,000 for all we know, is mind-boggling, and at the same time, guaranteed nerve-wracking for those guys. So, hopefully, they're ready for this, because we sure as hell are. So, with our fellow losers, let's talk the match. Dustin, I will start with you since you are attending this show. What's your thoughts on this 2 out of 3 falls match we're getting?
I am ready to see this match live and in person. Funny enough, the Motor City Machine Guns are actually from my home state of Michigan, so I know I'll be rooting for them. But do I think they're going to win? I think they are going to win the 2 out of 3 falls match and regain the WWE tag titles. I think they're going to walk into Mania as champions. I really have this feeling. I have a feeling this is not the end of Motor City and DIY.
All right. That's a fair point. I wouldn't want this to end at all. Maybe we could do something for WrestleMania. Something really cool. But next, Heel Balor. What's your thoughts on this 2 out of 3 falls match?
I'm very excited, honestly. The most big thing for me is I've been waiting for this for a very long time for MCMG to make it to WWE. And the fact they're here, they won the tag titles 3 weeks into their debut, lost them in December, hoping that we're getting them back. DIY, they've been getting some heel heat. I'll give them that, But honestly, this one can honestly go either way. I'm gonna go with this one's very tough because I could see Motor City winning. I really could. But also there's the other thing of Triple H loves his tag team wrestling. He has to keep us on our toes, obviously, with this kind of match specifically. I'm going to have a scenario here. DIY are going to get 1 fall, and then MCMG are going to get another fall. The third fall, I think, is going to go to DIY. I love MCMG. I do. I just have, for some reason, I think that they're losing this match, and they're going to get their big moment at WrestleMania. Whatever it may be, a multi-match or whatever, I think MCMG is going to get the tag titles at WrestleMania. I think DIY retaining here.
Yep. All right. Leo, first time you've been around since WrestleMania, and then we were talking about WrestleMania as well. Was the last time that the tag titles were even defended on this show. So oddly enough, you're on the podcast after that. Maybe we just needed to bring you on the podcast, and then they put the tag titles on the pay-per-views. What the hell have we been doing?
I have the power.
Indeed. And also, speaking of Leo, he attended last year's Royal Rumble in St. Petersburg, Florida. Is that correct?
Yep.
And what'd you think of that experience?
It was fun. I was glad I attended it. If I watched at home, what I think is the best Rumble PLE ever, probably not, but because I was there, it has a little bit more of a special place in my heart.
And of course, what's your thoughts on this 2 out of 3 falls match we're getting?
Well, considering DIY's history of 2 out of 3 falls matches, especially with equal, if not maybe a little greater teams, I expect this to be basically the sleeper hit of the night.
Yep, sleeper hit of the night. And who do you got to win this one?
I am predicting DIY is going to retain. And I hope, I've been pitching this for months, ever since the Machine Guns came. And it all depends on if, apparently, the Street Profits, one of them, either Montez or Angelo Dawkins, is injured. But if they come back in time, I've been pitching this. I've even told a couple of guys here in the podcast offhand what I hope to see when it comes to these tag titles, when it comes to WrestleMania. That is DIY defending against the Machine Guns and the Profits, and they get basically their Edge and Christian, Hardy Boys and Dudley Boys time. Go all out. Triple threat TLC match for the tag titles at WrestleMania. Steal the show. Make names for yourselves.
Yeah, I gotta admit that is an amazing prediction. I could very well see that happening. I mean, I really hope it does. I mean, you got all this ridiculous pricing for WrestleMania tickets. You better give them something that's worthy of those ticket prices. So,
because I tried to go to WrestleMania this year, and then once I saw the prices for the tickets, I said, you know what, I'm good.
I don't blame you. I've been to 5 WrestleManias, and I think I managed to afford 1 ticket just by going to 5 of them.
Yeah, I've only gone to 2, and I went when they were as cheap as possible.
Good times. Hopefully times again. All right. Next, Steep, what is your thoughts on the 2 out of 3 falls match for the tag team titles?
I gotta say, I'm impressed with both teams. The Machine Guns have had a very effective, run their first couple months here. I love Johnny when he's a heel. Champ as a heel, and that just speaks for itself. They're doing an incredible job at getting that heel heat, and Johnny just coming off and being this jerk. What he did to in that last match. It's very impressive, and this is the route that I wanted for DIY. For a while, it would be much better if they were heels with the way, but obviously that's not going to happen. So I do have DIY winning this match. I think they win through some antics that Johnny does, and give the Machine Guns the titles. I want to keep this them as heel tag champs going for a while, just to build it up longer, and that's what I do. And even after they lose the titles, before you split DIY up again, keep them heel after that.
That's amazing stuff. This is another thing I like about the Rumble season is there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on, even with just 4 matches. How the hell can you look at a match card that only has 4 matches, and at the same time there's so much coming from each one? So that just really shows that sometimes less is more. I mean, it makes sense for this case because 2 Rumble matches each going on an hour, of course. But okay, Sean, your thoughts on the 2 out of 3 falls match?
Two of the best tag teams in WWE going at it again. But this time, this match might as well be a threesome because this is gonna be crazy going 3 ways. Who do I think? Well, who do I think is going to win? Do I think it's going to be the douchebags known as DIY? Or as I like to call them, I can't say that because we're going to get age restricted. Or do I think it's going to be the boys from Motor City?
Are we sure it's a hot dog with mustard he had?
Okay, that mustard was laced with something.
Clearly.
I think he accidentally put ketchup on it.
Oh God. I mean, I like ketchup.
Okay, so
I
maybe
don't like
there might have
mixing them
been
together.
some caffeine pills in the mustard. But that's besides the point. That's neither here nor there. But who do I think is gonna win? It's time for Motor City to get their titles back.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Odd man out.
That's how you heard me.
Yep, I like that. I mean, that just goes to show that in the end, one of us is going to be correct, or multiple of us is going to be correct. I'm just kidding. Multiple of us will be, because I'm also going Motor City Machine Guns.
Yes, sir!
And finally, of course, Ty Lord, your thoughts on the 2 out of 3 Falls match, because I know you probably have quite a bit to say about these two teams.
Oh, man, I am so excited for this match because these two teams are probably some of the best tag teams in the game today. Like, seriously, this is the kind of match that is just special. Like, first things first, Motor City Machine Guns, one of the greatest tag teams in the history of TNA. And, my God, when they debuted in WWE last year, I was so happy about that. I mean, think about it. You got two of the absolute best. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. Two of the best who can go both singles and tag and still be amazing either way. Like, they're something special, folks. They are something special. And when they won those tag belts, I could not believe it. Especially with how quick it was between debut and title win. Like, I don't think anyone expected that quick of a turnaround for MCMG. Like, I don't think anyone did. Like, would you guys agree on that?
I mean, I probably would say so, sure.
Like, seriously, I could not believe that myself. But, seriously, they've been fantastic. And then, of course, you got my boys, DIY, which I've been a fan of them since Black and Gold NXT. I fucking love them. Gargano, Ciampa, they are two of the absolute best wrestlers. And it's crazy how it's taken this long for me to talk about Gargano, but he is one of my favorite wrestlers because he tends to blend a style of hard-hitting action, cruiserweight flippiness, the speed, the agility, the athleticism. Like, he's my kind of wrestler. And there's a reason why I like guys like Breaker and Ilya and Gargano. They have the style of wrestling that I really like. So, very much, this is going to be a fun match. And with the 2 out of 3 falls stipulation, you know they're going to get like 30 minutes. You know they have to get like 30 minutes because, seriously, this is going to be one of the most special matches of the show. And honestly, I think it's a hard one to pick with these two teams because you could go either way, but I think there's a long-term plan going on here. So I'm going to go with DIY because I think there is a long-term plan to give MCMG the belts back. And I think I know what might be the match for Mania. I think it's probably going to be DIY versus Machine Guns versus Street Profits versus the Gorillas of Destiny in a fatal 4-way TLC match for the belts at Mania.
There's a little bit of an issue with that.
Injuries?
Yeah,
Tonga Loa
Loa is out for several months and won't be back in time for WrestleMania.
Oh, man. Well, if you can't fit Tonga Loa in there, then Jacob Fatu's always a good pick in there. I mean, he won the tag belts with Tama Tonga, so...
Yeah, but from the looks of things...
If it happens, just hope for your boy's sake that it's not in a goddamn ladder match. Can you imagine what the fuck this crazy motherfucker is gonna do with a goddamn ladder? You saw what he just did to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, like,
What the fuck
Jacob is a crazy man. But, yeah, honestly, I think that's probably going to be the plan for Mania for a big multi-man TLC. And not going to lie, I'd actually have a multi-man TLC match open one of the nights of Mania because it just feels right. It just feels so right to do. But for right now, for the moment we're talking, I got to go DIY. I think it's the right call to retain the belts because I think in the long term, it's going to lead to a much bigger moment for MCMG.
Yeah.
And Tyler, you know what they say if this match does go 30 minutes. You know what they say. Men who last 30 minutes or longer leaves most people satisfied.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
True.
I guess that explains why I always leave people satisfied whenever my son's videos last 30 minutes or longer.
My man.
Well, the fact that this
So
the fact that this podcast has just reached 30 minutes when you said that.
My man.
Yeah. You know, I've been thinking about something as well regarding you guys. Dustin, you're the only one here who doesn't really have a nickname.
That is true.
We need to get you one because Heel Balor, Leo the Phenom, Steep, Black Negan, and Tyler, I just coined you for out of nowhere, the Devil from Down Under. Do you like that one?
That ain't too bad.
Yeah.
That ain't too bad
Devil
of a
from Down
nickname.
Under, MGB. Mr. What the fuck does that stand for again?
It actually, if you guys don't know, MGB actually stands for Mr. Guru
Mr.
Bill,
Guru Bill.
which is actually named after. Actually, I actually named it after my grandfather, who a few years back did pass away. But I keep the name as a bit of a tribute. So yeah.
That's why I coined it the Devil from Down Under, MGB Tyler.
Oh yeah.
So don't worry, Dustin. We'll find something for you, or you could come up with something yourself and come back to us later.
All good.
In the meantime, though, you should just get yourself ready for the Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk the next match, and that is.
I think I just thought of one.
Okay, well, we'll be quick on this. Let's hear it.
Dustin the Taker. Since his favorite wrestler of all time is The Undertaker.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
That's actually pretty good.
It makes sense. Willie is heel Balor because for some stupid reason his favorite is Finn Balor.
Man.
Right?
And and the reason I don't people are probably like, why do I have a nickname? Well, I have several, but you guys, I know who you are. You know who I am. I'm the reason you're here in the first place.
True.
I'm Christian. I'm Christian freaking Maracle. All right.
Damn straight.
It is time to move on to the next match. This is a ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. As the champion, Cody Rhodes, taking on the other champion, Kevin Owens. The undisputed title and the Winged Eagle title will both be suspended above the ring.
So wait, is this technically another title unification match?
Kinda is, yeah. We've seen quite a lot of those throughout 2022. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Don't remind me.
In technicality, one championship is actually active. The other one was just used as a prop.
Oddly, and it's funny to think about it. One is an active title. The other is the better looking title.
But if you really think about it, Leo, aren't all championship titles props?
Yeah, you're thinking Vince Russo. Hey,
Hey, Josh.
Great. Just have it over and say like, look at me, everybody. I'm the world champion, bro.
Don't tell me we're about to make this a Sami Zayn on a forklift match.
All right. Well, folks. Yep. Cody Rhodes, he's been champion since WrestleMania 40. Kevin Owens, he's been champ since Saturday night's main event this past December, when he beat Cody Rhodes for the title.
Technically.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Okay, Sean, I know what you're probably thinking. And here's the thing. Do you want to set the record for the shortest member of the Losers Lounge ever?
I do enjoy breaking records, though.
I'm just kidding. I won't lie. I like where this is going because ever since they brought in the Winged Eagle title, it's just going to be used for one night. But Kevin Owens decided, nah, I'm going to use it for my thing here. And it actually has just made the feud a lot more... Shut the fuck up. It's made the feud a lot more better since then. And honestly, the fact that when is the last time we had a ladder match at the frickin' Royal Rumble?
I'll tell you, 2001.
Oh, yeah. That was the one with Chris Jericho and a man who we can't really talk about.
Yeah, name redacted.
Yep. It's been 24 years since there's been a ladder match at the Royal Rumble. And so, oddly enough, this is in front of the largest crowd once again. So, I'd say they really are getting their money's worth here. This is part of why I'm saying this Royal Rumble is the most stacked I've ever seen. We haven't even gotten to the Rumble matches. And we've already been talking about 2 matches that are absolutely stacked. I'm just excited for this. Sometimes I have trouble finding the words. But folks, that just proves that none of this is scripted. We're just talking on the fly. Talking about a group of friends just sitting down in a lounge. And this is all our lounge now.
Dang right it is.
That's right.
Yep. That's the reason why we had renovations here in the Losers Lounge. We've been secretly just building new rooms.
That explains all the tarps.
Indeed. Yeah, we were running low on tarps, so we asked AEW if they were done borrowing ours.
we still haven't gotten a deposit back for those tarps.
We haven't. No. It's fine though. I'm sure we will one day.
No, but I can at least thank Tony Khan for the little check that I could make us a snack room. Who wants Little Debbie snack cakes?
Oh, better get them soon because they're about to be banned soon.
No, it's just the Cosmic Brownies that are getting banned.
Same difference.
The fucker. Wait.
I could do with setting up a Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet in there.
I won't lie though. What are Cosmic Brownies?
Basically, it's brownies with colored sprinkles.
Oh, okay. Okay, but anyways, back to this ladder match. Yeah, first time in 24 years there's been a ladder match at the Royal Rumble. And in this case, I don't know why, but I just got this odd feeling that something crazy is going to happen. And perhaps maybe that crazy thing is Kevin Owens wins? Or Sami Zayn actually turns heel? Because we don't know what's all going on here. There's a lot of stuff that could happen. Perhaps The Rock could cost Cody Rhodes the title? Actually, I don't know why he would do that. He was just nice and cool with him on the debut on Netflix. But, hey, at this point, the road to WrestleMania is scrambled. We have no idea what the right path is. And honestly, that's the best thing. Many years ago, the road to WrestleMania was so obvious even before the Rumble took place. This time, it isn't. We don't know where we're going to go. That's why I guarantee it's going to be tough to really think about this one here. So, Tyler Lord, you're the guy who usually has a lot of info here. Let's see if you can crack the code here. What's your thoughts on the ladder match for the Undisputed title?
God damn, I am very interested to see how this match plays out. So yeah, first time we've had a ladder match at the Rumble event since 2001. That's a pretty crazy stat if you think about it. And especially considering the fact that these are 2 guys who are pretty damn good experts at ladder matches. I mean, you got Cody Rhodes, who has won and lost his fair share of ladder matches over the years, from Money in the Bank ladder matches to title ladder matches. In fact, I think one of his most recent ladder matches was just a few years ago, actually. In fact, about 3 years ago. So pretty much Cody, he knows a thing or two about the ladder match. And Kevin Owens as well. He's done his fair share of ladder matches, from Money in the Banks to incredible bouts in Ring of Honor. So very much.
And don't forget that the ladder match of Finn Balor at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, the first one.
Oh yes, that too, which is actually, fun fact, is actually now free to watch for everyone on a new YouTube channel. So there's that for you. If you guys haven't seen that match before, go watch it after the podcast. But
Do it.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm intrigued to see how this ladder match plays out, especially considering the story they're telling. I mean, of course, Cody Rhodes, he won the belt at WrestleMania in probably one of the greatest moments of all time, I'd say. One of the craziest matches of all time, too, if you think about it. And, well, Kevin Owens, over the last few months, he's had an interest in being world champion again, but everybody doesn't want him to be the world champion, so he's had to take things into his own hands, pile-drivering everybody. Like, seriously, at this point, I'm surprised he hasn't done a bloody apron pile driver, like what you see in 2K.
I really hope that they don't do that, because let's be honest, that's too much of a risk.
Yeah, like, that absolutely is too much of a risk, but I'm surprised how they... I'm a little surprised how they didn't think of it, but you know what? It is understandable why they wouldn't do that. But, yeah, Kevin Owens, he's been pile-drivering everybody. He wants to be a world champion badly, so...
Don't you mean don't you mean pile driving?
Yeah, pile driving.
Yeah.
don't want to get my words confused here, but yeah, at Saturday night's main event, the first one, well, the first modern one, basically, he saw the Winged Eagle title, he thought, oh, that looks nice, I want to steal it. And, well, he hit Cody with the pile driver, and he stole the belt. Because, well, that's what he wants to do. He wants that belt. He wants to get back to being a world champion. So he's going to claim to be a world champion in order to become a world champion. Which, that's an interesting way to do things. And it's kind of reaching the point where Nick Aldis is kind of having enough of it. Which, fair enough, Aldis. Fair enough. I can understand why you would not be happy with a situation like this. So, you got two guys who are really good at ladder matches in a ladder match for essentially unifying two world titles together once again. Oh boy, how do you pick a winner in that? Well, I know this is definitely the obvious answer for me to pick, but I'm gonna say Cody Rhodes. Like, I get why some people on the internet might not be happy with Cody as of late, but he's been such a great champion that I think he's going to hold the belt until Mania. Like, absolutely he has to hold the belt until Mania. Maybe even post-Mania if decisions go some way. But very much, I think Cody, he's been a great champion. I think his reign has been way better of a long reign than a lot of other long reigns in the history of the company. And that's saying something. Considering Cody, he hasn't really had that many defenses as such, but every defense that he's had has been a great match. And that's the thing, it's been about the quality over quantity, but done in a much better way, I'd say. So, yeah, I absolutely think Cody is winning, and I'm just going to say this right now. I think Nick Aldis is going to, quote-unquote, fire Kevin Owens after the match. Because, come on, you know they're going to turn that whole thing into some sort of storyline. Because Aldis is fed up with Kevin, so Kevin's going to be like, God damn it, I need to find somewhere. And he's probably going to go to either Raw or NXT in the next few months or so. But, yeah, I feel like that's going to be the conclusion to this whole Kevin Owens versus everyone storyline. And I'm intrigued to see how it all plays out.
Well, he cracked the code. I didn't think he could, but he cracked the code. Actually, who knows if that really was, but honestly, he just came up with a really good direction. We'll see how that turns out, though. So, Steve, what is your thoughts on the ladder match for the Undisputed title?
I mean, first I want to say that Kevin's, programming with Cody has been, I think, Cody's best work that he's done under this title reign. Second best would probably be AJ Styles at most. I actually love what Kevin is doing. That's why I called it his best feud that he's had so far. Kevin's been absolutely comedy. He's been a gem to watch. He's been fun to keep up with. He's been, this entire, chase that he has Nick Aldis on, the times where Kevin says he's not going to go out there, the promos he's cut from his car and everything. And, it's been really fun to watch, him driving Nick Aldis mad. It's been something I really keep up with. Now, I'm going to go with the obvious answer because obviously Cody is winning. However, I do see that after the match, I don't think this is going to be a situation where Cody just takes out Kevin and he has all the time in the world to climb the ladder. I think after the match, Kevin's going to cut Cody's celebration short and he's going to go he's gonna go absolutely berserk and ruthlessly, attack Cody and stuff like that, which is gonna lead to I would say Sammy coming out, and that's what's gonna lead into Sammy and Kevin running it back.
Sammy and Kevin, WrestleMania 41. How great would that be?
Yeah.
Could very well happen. All right. So, Leo, what's your thoughts on the ladder match for the Undisputed title?
Honestly, this is the match I'm looking forward to the most because it's the one I've been intrigued by with just all the turns and how they've been building this up. And I will say they have kind of made like the progression of Kevin Owens faltering done so well that at the start he was just pissed off with Cody teaming up with Roman Reigns at Bad Blood. And then on top of that, like he feels like you betrayed me. I gotta then like I have to make the worst out of this, and the worst I could do is take your title, which he hasn't done. But like escalating it to the point of like the pile drivers constantly attacking, like other people are calling him out, and if I could say the whole thing with the teaming with Roman Reigns, like all I will say is like Cody could have just been like Kevin, I didn't even want to team with Roman. I was kind of pressured into it based on how often I was getting beat up by the bloodline. It was like it was just a one and done thing. So why are you getting this pissed off about it? Until it finally escalated at this past Saturday night's main event, where Kevin basically said like, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna take the titles, and you can forget all the little pyrotechnics and all the pageantries that you get, because it's all gonna be mine. And then it finally hit, like, oh, like this had nothing to do with him teaming with Roman. That was just kind of like an excuse you made. No, you've just been jealous the whole time. And now to this point, like, I expect this to be like not like a big high, like I expect high spots, but like not one of those like ladder matches you expect like flippy stuff and whatnot. Like no, it's gonna be like a struggle ladder match where they're beating each other up with ladders, possibly going through tables, hitting each other with everything that's not bolted down, and then it's a struggle to get to the titles.
Oh, I see where you're going. It's a struggle from the heart moment.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. We just might see one of the craziest storyline ladder matches ever.
Yeah. And I expect a brutal spot with Kevin, like hitting something with Cody, like, I don't know, maybe putting him through like the reinforced table.
You know what I'm thinking? How the hell are we called losers and we have nothing but W's?
That's a good question, actually.
Good question. So I see possibly something like that happen. Yeah. Kevin is gonna start climbing in the ring, get to the top of the ladders. His fingertips are there. Like, oh, he's gonna grab it, and then what happens? Someone's grabbing his leg, pulled down, boom, RKO.
Fuck, I didn't even think about Randy Orton.
Yeah, Randy's gonna be back, and he's.
Oh, you didn't think about Randy?
Yeah, and he's looking for vengeance, and then on top of that, as Cody's gonna start stirring and getting back in the ring, if Kevin looks like he's like getting up, like oh, what the hell just happened? Like, since Kevin decided to pull the big trigger on Randy with that pile driver months ago, guess what? Randy's gonna do the same, but the punt.
The punt kick, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
And and that's gonna put Kevin out permanent for the rest of the night, and Cody's gonna climb and just grab the belts. There you go. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna lead to some stipulation match with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens going into WrestleMania.
Oh my god. So we had Tyler saying that Kevin Owens is going to go through all this and get fired, and then he's going to go from Raw to NXT for a while. Then we got Steve thinking this is all going to lead to a big deal, a big showdown with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And now we got Leo saying this is going in for Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. You see the fact that there are multiple different directions this could go, meaning none of us can know what's really the truth, and all of us have different ideas. What?
Mm-hmm.
This is the era we've always wanted.
This is the best time in wrestling. Like, it really is.
Well, of course, because we're here. So.
All right. So, 3 of you have said 3 different options.
It's called the Renaissance era.
Yeah, 3 of you just said 3 different things. Let's see how that works out again. Because, Keishan, let's see what you got.
Oh, boy. The way this match can go, really, if I really went into every detail of how many ways I think this match could go, this legit would be a 10-hour podcast. I don't want to put y'all through that.
We could try. No.
But for me, this is what I think is gonna go. What if Randy doesn't show up? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a given that he's gonna show up to help Cody. But what if now just hear me out. What if instead of Randy helping Cody, it's fucking Jimmy? Because remember, Kevin just beat the shit out of Jimmy wearing his wife's shirt while he was wearing Naomi's shirt.
Oh yeah.
So who's to say? And plus, we all know Jimmy is Samoan. What's one thing that Samoans are known to do? Getting their get back. So who's to say that he looks like he's about to climb? He looks like he's about to reach the top, and then we see a dude with a hoodie takes him down, and then let's say puts him onto the apron and super kicks him through a table. He takes the hood off, and it's Jimmy. And then he looks at him like, no, yeet, with his fucking hands again. And then he looks at Cody and then he points up like, go ahead. And then that's how Cody wins. And then after the match, he looks over at Kevin. Jimmy looks over at Kevin, and he's like, I'm telling you, I get my get backs. And remember, after War Games, when Jimmy cut that promo, after he got done with Drew McIntyre, fucking Kevin Owens was starting shit.
Well, now we have 4. That's crazy. How the fuck did this happen? I gotta tell you, man, that is some good shit. And I'm not just talking about the shit you gave me. That is some good details.
Woo, that's some good shit.
Okay, I have no idea what he's doing, but thank God I don't do that. All right. So Dustin, once again, the guy who's attending the Rumble, what's your thoughts on the WWE title ladder match?
I'm very excited to see this ladder match. 2 phenomenal ladder match competitors that have been in it multiple times before. I think the obvious winner here is Cody Rhodes, so I am going Cody to win. As for how he wins, I'm actually going the Randy Orton route here. I think Randy is going to return and cost Kevin the title, and I do think Leo is right. He's going to pull out the punt kick as a surprise for Kevin. So Cody will win because of help with Randy Orton.
All righty. And finally, Heel Balor, your thoughts on this WWE title ladder match to see how you can do regarding all the others who put in some great ideas.
Well, let's see if I can try and top it. I don't know. We're going to find out. Honestly, WWE Championship on the line, ladder match. I'm just going to say it short and sweet and to the point. I think it's going to be a very phenomenal match. You're going to see crosswords, going to see freaking power drivers. I do think Randy Orton is going to show up, but I think there's going to be kind of a little twist here. I think he's going to come back. He's going to tee. Okay, here's how I'm going to get this back. They're going to do a little ladder spot. They're both going to be down on the ground. Cody and Kevin going to be on the ground. I hear voices in my head. It's going to hit, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe Orton just slithers into the ring. And they're both going to get up, right? Kevin and Cody are both going to get up. Orton is going to get ready to strike. Now, he's going to be in between them two because you won't know who he's going to hit. Obviously, he's going to hit Kevin Owens. He's going to hit Kevin Owens with the RKO twice. And then when Kevin gets back up, Cody's got the crossroads. And then, Kevin will probably fall out of the ring. And Cody's going to look at Randy, and Randy's going to nod him and say, go up. Cody's going to climb up, grab the WWE Championships, and that's how the match is going to end. Cody's retaining the title. As much as I want Kevin to win, it's not happening, obviously. But, yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to retain, and Randy Orton's going to return.
See, this goes to show, folks. Then those two matches that are not the Rumble matches, it's still stacked, and there's still a lot of ways this could go. And who says that surprises should just be reserved for the Royal Rumble matches? I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, before we move on to the ladder matches, this one I gotta say.
Did you just say before? Wait, did you just say
involved-
before we
that
move
actually
on to the
involves
ladder
Kevin.
matches?
Ladder matches, long matches, who cares? They're both awesome matches.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Whatever you're on, please get off it.
I mean, to be fair, R-Truth did think that the Rumble was a ladder match.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I hope this motherfucker does that shit again.
Here's the thing. For last year's WrestleMania, when he was part of that ladder match, I was hoping he'd think it was a Royal Rumble match to switch things up.
Oh, for real.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh yeah. Before we move on, that's what I gotta say. And this actually involves Kevin. So for years, I've been hearing people say that wrestling isn't good. Like it's not good. It's not good for people to see, and it doesn't teach anybody anything except violence, right? And to that I say, where the fuck do you think Kevin learned English from? I'm not making this up. When Kevin was young and he was getting into wrestling, he would watch old WrestleManias on VHSs, and that's how he learned English.
Yep, that is true. If you've ever watched any of his documentaries, yeah.
Wrestling also teaches you right and wrong, good and evil, teaches you choices and stuff like that. So wrestling kind of teaches you things.
What do you mean teaches you
It
right?
does
What do you
just
mean
teach
teaches
you
you right?
violence.
I was like, it teaches you right and wrong, sure, and yet people are still supporting Cody Rhodes beating the Tribal Chief.
Hey, my Tribal Chief, the Tribal Chief's not on this show, and I ain't talking about Roman Reigns. Ain't that right, Steve?
Actually, he is on the show.
We love Solo.
Solo!
Actually,
Yeah,
he
the
might
big
be on
bad
the
Tribal
he
Chief
might be
that
on the
when he
show.
got cornered in War Games, he got scared like a little kid in the middle of Halloween Horror Nights.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
I was about to mention something myself here because here's a bit of a fun fact for you when it comes to this show.
Wow, I get this. more than happening all the time.
Outside of the two Rumble matches, the other two matches on the card are all SmackDown matches. There is not a single Raw match on the show, which, well, outside of the Rumble, that's pretty surprising.
Well, the color on the Rumble logo is blue, so might as well.
Motherfucker, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Suck it, Raw.
Well, I guarantee
Suck it.
Raw wrestlers. How about this? I'll put this as a nice prediction. Raw wrestlers will win both Rumble matches.
Are we just gonna glide past the fact that Hill Balor just says "suck it raw"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want this video to
I mean,
get
he's-
demonetized more than it
Let's
is
be honest.
already?
Here's the thing. Any time that WWE did the Raw vs. SmackDown Survivor Series, Heel Balor was always Team SmackDown.
I've been Team SmackDown since day one. That was my first show.
I'm sorry.
No, you got it.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
meanwhile, I have been Team Raw, and I won practically every time that they went against SmackDown. So, suck on that. All right, it's time to move on, folks.
Oh, I love you guys.
Compose yourself, Keshawn and Heel Balor. Compose yourself while I move on to the next match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to rumble. Time for the first of 2 Royal Rumble matches. We're starting with the 30-woman Royal Rumble match. This is, I believe, the 8th time. Let's see, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yep, this is the 8th Women's Royal Rumble in history. Crazy to think it's been 8 years since the Women's Royal Rumble. Actually, well, technically 7 years, but still, this is the 8th Women's Royal Rumble match. Feels like only yesterday that was a new thing. Now we've had many historical moments. We've had a lot of insane moments, and they've had practically as many surprise entrants as the men have ever. And a lot of that had to do with 2022. Remember 2022 when over half the entrants were like guests because they didn't have a big enough roster.
Oh, yeah.
That was weird. But thankfully these days, it ain't like that. Last year, we only had like 3 surprise entrants. Technically, I think so. Yeah, 3. At least 3. I was thinking Jordan Grace and Jade Cargill. That's all I could think of. But I think that was all. So 2.
And Naomi returning.
Oh yeah, Naomi as well. That was the 3rd. There you go.
Oh, yeah, and Roxanne Perez.
That was not a surprise entrant. That was an NXT entrant. To me, folks, ladies and gentlemen, NXT entrants are not surprise entrants. They're the 3rd brand, so, you know, there they are.
Well, I guess now that NXT is truly back to being the 3rd brand, we can officially say that.
Yeah, my opinion, a surprise entrant is either a return from injury, a debut, a return to the company, a legend showing up, and that's practically it. I don't look at NXT. I don't look at NXT because when it comes to NXT, like, they absolutely dominated the 2020 Royal Rumble match, if you remember that.
Oh, boy, do I.
Yeah.
There were like 15 or 16 NXT entrants in 2020.
Yeah. Just goes to show how much they supported NXT around 2020 sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, they really did. So, folks, confirm right now. I'll let you guys know. Here are the confirmed names. We only know 10 of the confirmed names for the Women's Royal Rumble. Nia Jax, yeet. Bailey.
Yeet.
Everybody with me. Bailey.
Yeet.
Charlotte Flair.
Yeet.
Naomi.
Yeet.
Bianca Belair.
Yeet.
Liv Morgan.
Oh, God.
What?
Wait, hold on a second. Willie, are you just saying the catchphrases of these wrestlers?
Yes, I am. I'm being different.
Yeah, here's the thing. When I said Charlotte, he said woo. When I said Naomi, he said glow. But when I said Bianca, he said girl? That's not it.
I don't know what else to say.
All right, then. Let's try this, then. Liv Morgan.
Watch me.
Yeet.
Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeet.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
All right. Lyra Valkyria.
Yeet.
Okay. Ivy Nile.
Yeet.
Yeah, what?
And something that's going to... And, of course, the one that's going to make Keshawn go nuts. Io Sky.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeah. Hey, Keshawn.
I got nothing. That one.
Hey, Keshawn.
Well, you can apologize for that.
Yeah, anyways. Hey, Keshawn.
Yes.
Io Sky sucks.
Come here, Christian.
Yeah, what's up?
You slap him, you're fired.
Over here for a second. Over here for a second.
You slap him, you're fired.
Ow!
See, now where we learn.
Don't make me throw a dual sense at you. You know how heavy these things are.
He's gonna throw something. He's gonna throw something at us from all the way in Australia. That is serious shit.
Here it is.
Okay, well, anyways, folks, yeah, those are the names that I've...
Freaking Australian Tom Brady?
Yeah, possibly. No, I would probably say Patrick Mahomes. Because let's be honest, Tom Brady had never once won 3 Super Bowls in a row, so, and Patrick Mahomes will, so.
Oh, we'll see.
Shut the fuck up, you know they will.
Chiefs Kingdom.
I guarantee they won't.
Alright, well, folks, anyways, those are the names that I put that are already confirmed for the Women's Royal Rumble match. Although, let's be honest, I think practically almost everybody on both Raw and SmackDown rosters will be in the match, so expect that sort of thing. And if you see them, don't get disappointed. And here's another thing I just want to point out, folks. Last year, everybody had said that the Royal Rumble match, specifically the men's match, sucked because there was a lack of surprises. I'm like, that's what happens when you override yourself and overbloat yourself into thinking that every possible free agent is going to show up. That's the thing, folks. You can't expect that all the time. Like, number 30 last year, people were like, it's The Rock. No, it's Kazuchika Okada. Oh, no, it's MJF. Remember the Betting War 2024? Oh, my God, who is it going to be? It was Sami Zayn.
And then some people thought that Moose was going to show up, me included.
Oh, we're done with that stuff. Okay, keep going.
But that's why I always make sure to keep my expectations low for that sort of thing. Because number 30 isn't always the big return sort of thing. As a matter of fact, I think more about it when it comes to like the Royal Rumble and the number 30 spot. When it comes to that, the last time that number 30 really had a significant big return moment, at least for the men anyway, was like, fuck, I don't know how long it's been.
John Cena.
John Cena, 2008 possibly. Not to mention, or Triple H in 2016.
That was surprising to me, but there you go.
But
technically Dolph Ziggler, but that was more of a storyline thing.
Yeah,
Dolph Ziggler.
But yeah, here's the thing, of course. But the thing, of course, when it comes to this is like, people shouldn't always expect number 30 to be the big return sort of thing, because like, if they kept doing that, then it would just once again be like, once again, this is supposed to be a random draw. That was clearly not random. I always preferred it when the surprise entrance came out at random, like number 21 or 17 or 6. That sort of stuff.
Or even 24.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, I've always said this to people when they get so disappointed when there's no surprises in the Rumble. I always say that keep your expectations low, and you won't be disappointed.
And as a matter of fact, actually, another big example, 2014. You know, when people were in the crowd in Pittsburgh chanting Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan, and everything, I'm watching on TV and I'm like, they're chanting Daniel Bryan. It's going to be Rey Mysterio. Did you guys forget? Rey Mysterio's on the video talking about how he's going to win this Rumble match. Did you forget he's in the match? It's going to be Daniel Bryan. Rey Mysterio's in the match. I'm telling you. No, it's going to be Daniel Bryan. Rey's in the match. Number 30 hits. It's Rey Mysterio. And I'm like, told ya.
Then,
my son loved the 2014 Cena Daddy will show up. My freaking guy, the Animal, Batista won that Rumble. So I was pretty, fuck Daniel Bryan. I love D-Bry to death, but fuck him. My guy won the Rumble that year. I was happy. Fuck D-Bry fans, except myself. You guys are awesome.
Damn, you're trying to cosplay as Brie Bella? Why are you saying fuck Dan Ryan so much?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Because Batista overrides him, we move.
Yeah, I guess so. But regardless,
not getting over still.
Yeah, regardless,
Wow.
It's like, when it comes to that sort of stuff that happens, like, people always expect number 30 to be like a big surprise and everything. And that's why you got to keep your expectations low for that sort of thing, because you're just going to disappoint yourself, and then you're going to say, this match sucks as a result of that. I'm like, that's not always how it works, folks.
I've seen some people online in the discourse like, oh, well, this person, which is fine. Again, you're allowed to have your expectations up, but don't get up too much if a person that you think is going to show up is not showing up. That's your fault. That's not WWE's fault. Oh, they promised us something. No, they didn't. You're the one getting your expectations up too high. Like, for example, people are thinking so-and-so or this person, MJF, Will Ospreay, Okada, freaking whoever. I don't know.
Regardless, they were thinking of every single free agent they could think of up their ass. And this year, well, just like every other year, they think it's AJ Lee. And I'll be honest, I'll be like, okay, for the women's case, would I like to see AJ Lee do this? Sure, I would. I always would. It's not a matter of I want to see it happen or I don't want to see it happen. It's more of it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. This is gonna happen. I am putting this in my head and it's gonna fucking happen. And then it doesn't happen and I'm like, oh, I feel so let down. I'm like, that's your own fucking fault, stupid idiot.
Damn. Stupid.
Yep, that's
ruined
how
your
it
night.
works, folks. That's why you got to be careful with that sort of thing. It's good to expect surprises, but you got to stop obsessing yourself over it because when you do, you're just gonna disappoint yourself.
Yeah, it's just like Smash Brothers rumors. You see them, you go, ooh, but then when it happens, you go, oh.
Tyler, you
You
just
just
pissed
let
off.
Mario there.
You just pissed off every Waluigi fan just now. I hope you know that they're about to be on your head.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
I
welcome.
mean, I was the one asking for Doomslayer, so.
What are you gonna do? What are we gonna do now? Set up a spin-off Losers Lounge series about this sort of thing?
I mean, we have
What are
enough
they
people
gonna
to
call
keep
it? The Losers Club? Oh wait, that's already taken. Never mind.
And that's already taken. We can't take that.
Yeah, we don't want Stephen King up our ass, okay?
I don't want Stephen King up my ass.
Shut up!
He's gonna be up your ass every time he thrusts for it. Go wah 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 wah.
Okay. Speaking of,
I feel like
folks,
we just got age restricted.
yeah, that was crazy shit. All right. When it comes to the Royal Rumble, like let's talk about the big moment, the one that everybody likes to talk about. Who, in their mind, is going to be a surprise entrant? I'll start with each of you, and we'll go slowly with this because I want to make sure that this is done smoothly and sexually.
It's sexual, baby.
Sorry, I think I accidentally. I am so sorry. I think I inhaled the fumes over from Keishawn's side of the place.
Oh my god.
Ugh. Okay. All seriousness, though. As we all know, another thing. Charlotte Flair, she's confirmed the match because they made an announcement. She confirmed it herself, and some people were probably like, oh man, I wanted to keep that a surprise. I'm like, let's be honest. Would it have been a surprise? No.
It was a bit too obvious.
Yep. And besides, here's the thing. They have a stacked lineup. And they, of course, they'll be like, we probably have these ladies in the back planned out for this, and we'll keep them a surprise. We'll use Charlotte Flair as the one to keep everybody's eyes on, so they're distracted from the real thing. So, duh. I'm like, that's the perfect thing to do. And besides, you got a stacked lineup for the Royal Rumble in general. Why not add Charlotte to the list of stacked names? It makes sense, right? That's going to sell. So it's good for business. But as for... So I'm going to ask each one of you. I'll start with you, Tyler. Who in your mind will be a surprise entrant or two in the Women's Royal Rumble match?
So when it comes to two, I've got two very good picks here for it. The first, and this is a big one, Jordynne Grace. Now, yes, she did show up last year as our big TNA surprise sort of thing.
Grace, I hate to tell you, man, Jordynne Grace is not going to be there. She's hosting her mom's 50th birthday party.
Oh.
Yeah. It's already confirmed, though, that she has signed with WWE. However, she's going to be out of Indianapolis throughout that weekend.
Well, fair enough. At least they'll save something for Vengeance, I suppose. But, well, I think she might be
that person who's confirmed to show up on the whole Vengeance Day thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
I guess to swap that out, I'll mention who I think will show up as one of my two. First up, I guess, will be our TNA entrant, because thanks to the new official working relationship, it's actually kind of possible to have regular TNA entrants show up in the Royal Rumble on occasion. So, I'm thinking, and this might be a left field option, because I know there's one option a lot of people have been speculating, but fuck it. I'm actually going to go Rosemary. I think Rosemary in the Royal Rumble would actually be a fun surprise, and I think she could hang pretty well with the current WWE roster. So, yeah, I'm going to go Rosemary for, one of the two surprises I'm thinking. But the other surprise that I'm thinking, and Yes, I know this is an obvious one, but it's the right one. Becky Lynch. Like, I know, obviously, it is the obvious pick for a surprise entrance sort of thing, but come on, you know this is the one that makes so much sense. And considering a lot of the potential on the table, I think it's the right call.
Happy birthday to Becky, by the way.
Happy birthday to Becky. Happy birthday to Tyler. It's birthdays all around, folks.
Yeah.
And hey, Neil Balor. We, of course, have AEW Dynasty on our birthday weekend.
Yes, we do. It's the day before my birthday, which is crazy.
Yeah, and it's in Philadelphia, which is where last year's Mania was.
Oh my god.
So this is why I'm thinking, like, oh, birthday stuff. And although I'd prefer we have WrestleMania on our birthday weekend, because that's fucking tradition.
Yeah, it is. Oh, well, it's been taken away from us for a while.
It's fine. But anyways, yeah, those are really good Big Star lore. Heel Balor, you know what? Since I was stacking with you, we'll go with you next. Who do you think are two potential surprise entrants for the Women's Rumble?
Honestly, man, I like to keep my expectations pretty low for this kind of event. I don't really try to speculate as much as I really want to with these types of events with the Royal Rumble.
You get it? Do you get it? It's like, as much as I really want to.
Yeah.
He's 2 years old.
No. Man, honestly, I'm going to throw it out there. Why not? I'm going to say maybe Nikki Bella shows up. Maybe a surprise. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
The other surprise, gosh, man. Jeez. Who else do they have? Oh, screw it. I'm going to throw it out there. Victoria. Why not? Victoria.
Victoria Justice?
Yeah. Man, she get fucked up in the ring, bro. She get fucked up. I like her. She cool, but she get fucked up in the ring.
Excuse me. She's Chubby Marks.
True.
So,
not still that.
Fucking sadist.
Yeah. Anyways, Victoria, she ain't the lady to mess with.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of. Nikki Bella, especially what she went through with all that, which I can discuss. I think her being welcome back into the company, whether it's a one-off or a full thing, having her come back would be pretty cool. We'll pop the crowd, stuff like that. Maybe she brings Brie along or whatever, and then Brie brings along Bryan Danielson for me, but that's not happening.
Excuse me, if he were to show up, it'd be Daniel Bryan.
True. But if Victoria as well, we haven't seen her since 2021, I think, that Rumble?
Yeah.
So it's been a while. I welcome her back. Plus, that was not in front of a live crowd. I think doing it here would be pretty cool. Hell, give Melina another shot from 2022, since she got dumped out pretty early.
Yeah, I don't know what...
that's my two choices. Is Nikki Bella and Victoria.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened at that point. But anyway, Keishan, who do you think would be two possible surprise entrants for the Women's Rumble?
Oh
my God, is he okay?
Let me think.
What the heck was that?
I don't like thinking, okay? It makes my brain hurt.
Okay, then I guess we'll say bye to you then. I'm just kidding now. Go ahead.
Okay, Black Megan has made his decision. Number one, this may sound well, not really far-fetched, but Masha Slamovich.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm not calling her Masha Slamovich. I'm calling her Masha Slamovich. She slams bitches. I'm sorry. I broke the table. I broke the goddamn table.
God damn it.
We'll just get another one from the garage. It's no big deal.
This place is a garage?
Don't put it there.
I didn't build the place.
Oh my. Great. Now I gotta help him find the damn garage after this. And for my second, now, yeah, this one's definitely far-fetched, but imagine just for one time, Gail Kim comes back.
All right, that actually wouldn't sound far-fetched at all. I wouldn't mind that.
It's an interesting one.
Oh, yeah.
I actually put on Twitter that I would actually love to see Gail Kim come back, and I actually did use her TNA theme for it. So, Maybe she uses her TNA theme.
Mickey James could totally show up with Hardcore Country again.
Yeah.
Possibly. All right, Dustin, who do you think would be 2 potential participants for surprise entrance in the Women's Rumble?
You mind if can I have 3?
I mean, okay, if you have a bonus one, sure, go ahead.
The first one is going to be a TNA one, and that is the current Knockouts champion, Masha Slamovich. I can definitely see her being in the Rumble match, if obviously, because Jordan Grace won't be there. Masha can easily slip right into that role. For my legend return, I'm actually gonna go with Mickey James. I really think we could hear Hardcore Country at the Rumble, and I would lose my mind hearing that. And my bonus one, this one's also another TNA one, but I'm going to go with what's her name? Shit. Oh, I would also like to see Jessica Havoc from TNA in the Rumble.
Ooh.
Jessica Havoc would be my far-fetched one, but I'm gonna throw her name out there.
All right, that was pretty cool. All right, Leo, who do you think will be 2 possible surprise entrants in the Women's Rumble?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's kind of given some of the people here the we've already spoken of, but if I had to pick any, I would say Masha from TNA, the Knockouts champion, but also if her contract is fixed up and or re-signed or whatever the contract situation is going on from what we hear, then I'm gonna say she's finally gonna be able to come back. That is Alexa Bliss.
Oh yeah, I've heard about there's been I don't know, contract issues going on.
Yeah,
it's pretty good stuff. All right, and finally, Steve, who do you think will be 2 potential surprise entrants in the Women's Royal Rumble?
Well, we mentioned her earlier. Obviously, AJ is one I'm hoping to happen. And this next one, I'm taking a shot in the dark with this one, and I'm not going to say a specific name, but just to I don't know, just throw something out there. I'm going to go with someone from AEW. I don't have anyone specific, but why not?
Oh.
If AEW shows up, I will freaking cry.
I don't
in a good way.
I mean, I highly doubt any of that's going to happen because, well...
Oh, you're going to cry.
Tony Khan.
Tony Khan! I can put Will Ospreay in the Rumble. Anyways, MRI.
Sorry. Did you just say put Will Ospreay in the Women's Rumble? What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, that's going to be for the Men's Rumble.
Oh my god, this is almost as crazy as the time that he thought Bailey was going to get naughty with people.
What? I'm talking about that. I thought you forgot.
That was 5.5 years ago, and I still remember it.
Someone keep talking.
Christian, I very well remember that too.
Sid, keep talking.
They say wild as a time where you told me how you and Bean first met.
Hell not. Oh, wow. Might not be true, folks. Anyways, keep going.
Loki, this actually it sounded crazier than the time I introduced them to my third person.
Oh yeah. Damn, my freaking fears are coming back to haunt me today.
I know. A certain number 3, I should tell him.
Anyway, so Steve, did you manage to come up with anybody?
Preferably, as a favor of mine, maybe someone like Hikaru Shida. I would like Thunder Rosa.
You're talking about the AEW wrestlers. I'll be honest. If Tony Khan were to stop getting his head up his ass and be like, "Hey, we want to be on the big leagues," well, if you want to be on the big leagues, you gotta do a little better, and you gotta stop always going at WWE. I'll be honest though, it'd be nice to see that sort of crossover.
It will happen one day. Believe in wrestling. Why the fuck are you whispering? Because you want people to see us trying to say, why are you coughing?
All right.
Welcome to the Losers Lounge. You guys are yelling.
Yeah, you guys
being too loud.
Oh my god, we're not in a fucking library, okay?
Silent library.
Move on, please.
We're gonna move on now, okay? We went from talking who would be surprise entrants to now the one person who they think is gonna win. Holy fuck, this is gonna be good. Steve, I'll start with you for this case. Who's gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble match?
You know, there's obviously 30 participants, and you know, with the ones we have announced, I'm not gonna go from anyone there, but I've said this, you know, ever since she was gone, and you know, even if she was still here, I don't think she really finished her business on her way out, and I really think that you know, she has a few things left to do with you know, with a few individuals, but I think the person who wins the Women's Royal Rumble is going to be a returning Becky Lynch.
All right.
You'll hear me screaming. That's all I'm going to say, folks.
Yo, Balor, who do you think is winning the Women's Royal Rumble?
Oh my god. Like, this is the most toughest thing, honestly, outside of the men's, which it's kind of a bit easier to predict. Really, this one's probably the hardest one for me to predict. You got Charlotte Flair, who pretty much who's obviously going to be returning in this one. You got Io Sky, which everyone has predicted she could win. A feud with Rhea Ripley, which would be fun. Yeah, a few other people out there. Becky Lynch, of course. Steve just named a girl. Damn it. Don't have like a Bianca Belair winning the Rumble or somebody else like that winning the Rumble. Maybe an outsider wins the Rumble. I don't know, honestly. I'm gonna go with Io Sky winning the Rumble. I don't know. Something's just telling me Triple H can do that. But
That's my boy.
Can I have two picks, or is this just one?
Up to you.
Sure, I'm gonna do a backup one. Becky Lynch, because like as Steve said, she has unfinished business with certain people out there. Of course, Liv Morgan's not the Women's World Champ anymore. You got Rhea Ripley. You can do the rematch from last year. And I think if Becky returns, she's gonna return as a heel. The roles will be reversed with her and Rhea Ripley. And of course, you have the big match with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, which you can do at WrestleMania. So either way, I'm fine with it. But yeah, my pick's gonna be Io Sky. My backup's gonna be Becky. Plus, I miss my girl so much, so I can't wait for her to get back. So there's my two picks.
All right. That's pretty good stuff. Leo, who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match?
Like, I just say, like, I would not have, like, a return winner, like, a two-time winner just yet. I'm just going to go for what has been the bet for the last couple, at least previous months. But her name has kind of been quietly moved aside, considering the names in this match. But I think she's still going to pull it off. I'm going to go with Io Sky.
All right.
That's good. That's good sound to our ears.
All right. Okay, Sean, who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble match? Stand back, folks. What the fuck was that? A chainsaw starting?
No, this is a chainsaw. This is a chainsaw starting.
Why you keep making me headbang?
It's my specialty.
What the fuck just happened? So Sean thinks a chainsaw's gonna win the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Chainsaw Man.
A man.
Chainsaw Man?
What the? Can someone please put this guy in rehab?
Hey, Christian. He thinks Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre don't win.
Oh,
His name is
okay.
Jedediah.
Wasn't he in AEW recently?
No, he wasn't.
We don't talk about.
Oh yeah, he was there to promote the video game, which was all right.
Now, there's only one person who's going to win the Royal Rumble, and that's Elmo.
Yeah, I mean, of course, he is going to win the role, considering when he did the thing, he lost his you-know-what, so I guess it technically means he's a woman.
Fucking a PlayStation 5 is gonna win.
What the fuck just happened? Anyway, Kayshawn really means Io Sky's going to win the Royal Rumble, and this has been one of the weirdest shit I've ever seen. So, Dustin, the guy who's attending the Rumble, who is going to...
This is good content.
Dustin, the guy who's going to attend the Rumble, who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
I'm just gonna calm Krishan down here and say I'm not picking Io Sky to win the Rumble. Sorry.
That's not going to calm him down. It's going to piss him off.
Oh well.
You're going to my safety corner?
Oh well. Anyways, I am not picking Io Sky to win the Rumble because I do think her name has quieted down. So I think there's other plans for her for Mania other than women's title.
Okay.
No, I am actually going with the two-time winner. I think this is the year where you do the two-time winner, and I am actually picking a return Becky Lynch to win it.
All right.
You're crazy.
Sleepy, Dustin, y'all are my favorites. You know that? Come here and hug me. Come here for a sec. Come on.
Bring it in. Let's go.
You three are ladies.
Hell yeah, Will.
Get a hug.
You get one too. Come over here.
These guys are...
Kill for me.
No, I got him.
Kill for me. I'll bite you.
No, you won't.
Hey, Tyler. If we're quiet enough, we can get the fuck out of here.
Don't leave me with this rabbit animal.
There's just one problem.
Yeah.
I lost the keys.
We're stuck in here?
Yes, we're stuck.
Oh my god.
You didn't lose it, Leo. I ate him.
See?
Step wrong spot.
See, mate.
If you
Somebody
guys
get the Dukalax.
you guys can see the
See this belt? See this belt, Steve?
Well, technically, nobody listening to this podcast can see us, so we might change that, however, in the future, folks. Keep in mind.
Step bro, I'm stuck. We're stuck in here.
Keep in mind, Steve. Don't make me use this belt, mate. Don't make me use it.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
you got it.
Okay. Tyler, you're the last one left for this case. Who is winning the Women's Royal Rumble match?
My God, I am so excited for this year's Rumble. And when it comes to the women's and even the men's one sort of thing, I'm trying to think about who could win the Rumble that could have a match at Mania that could make sense. And I know that's not obviously something you would want to do in wrestling, but
I mean,
come on.
actually, yeah, it would be.
Yeah. I mean, come on. When it comes to WrestleMania season, you got to have like the big money matches sort of thing, the matches that make the most sense to happen. So I have on both Rumbles actually. I've got picks that I've got an announced pick and an unannounced pick to kind of cover my bases sort of thing. So let's get to it. My announced pick. So this is someone who has already been announced in the Rumble. And when thinking about it, what's the match that makes the most sense for that sort of thing? And I was thinking long and hard about it, and then I immediately thought about these teaser vignettes that have been going on for the return of Charlotte Flair. And yes, I know, Charlotte is very obvious of a pick. I know, but if you think about it, wouldn't it kind of be all Charlotte to go ahead and win the Rumble and be a two-time winner? Like, that's Charlotte for you. She's a Flair. And the Flair name has a legacy to it that, well, when you're a Flair, you definitely know you're gonna have something special for you. So,
Or if you're a Flair, you might get your ass knocked out of the match by Belair.
Yes. But yeah, honestly, I'm picking Charlotte because there is one match that I know a lot of people have been saying is gonna happen: Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton, and that's a match I would like to see. And in fact, I actually did a post on Amino a while back of my predictions for matches for WrestleMania. And one of the matches I put in as an idea was a triple threat between Charlotte, Tiffany, and Nia. And not gonna lie, I think a triple threat would be a pretty fun match. But honestly, I think Charlotte is definitely going to be the announced name who I think is winning. Now, as for my unannounced name, who could win it, it's Becky Lynch. It has to be Becky Lynch. And honestly, overall pick, I personally go with Becky because there is a match that I think needs to happen at this year's WrestleMania. And believe me, I know it happened last year, but come on, everybody likes a sequel. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. One more time for the gold. And honestly, that's the moment I would have Becky win the belt from Rhea. Because last year, Rhea was the one to beat Becky. But this year, I think, should be the year where Becky beats Rhea. And come on, that is just a match that will be just fantastic. I mean, their last match at Mania was amazing. So, you know they can knock it out of the park. So, yeah, I think they're going to do it. I think we're going to get the rematch.
Here's the thing, folks. You could not see this, but Heel Balor was given the thumbs up, so it's pretty obvious his pick is actually Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
We are so sorry to headphone users listening to this.
By the way, hold on a second. That reminds me of one more thing before we move on to the next match. Speaking of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and actually speaking of Ho, I have another possible surprise entrant. That's Stephanie McMahon.
Okay.
Oh, that would be perfect.
I like the way this man thinks.
Hey, Sean, back off. Thank you. Anyways, folks, I also believe, honestly, my two picks, I also pick Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. One of those two will win the Women's Royal Rumble match.
Becky.
Anyways, folks, it is time to talk the Men's Royal Rumble match. We have 15 of the 30 entrants, and without a doubt, this is the most stacked Royal Rumble match of all time.
Facts.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a lineup as crazy as we got. So let's go through what the names we all know. I know exactly what everybody's going to say to this. L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
Main event, Jey Uso. Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka! Booyaka! Booyaka!
Number 2.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes!
Oh.
Yo!
Sami Zayn.
Ole! Ole!
Chad Gable.
Okay. You suck.
Wow.
The Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker. Carmelo Hayes.
My other boy, Mix.
Quote unquote
don't
him.
Yeah. None other than Penta. CM Punk.
Woo!
Wait, Mom.
Clobbering time! Clobbering time!
The guy who got kicked out of the Captain America movie, Seth Rollins.
Yeah!
John Cena.
Me.
Roman Reigns.
Acknowledge me.
It's
Why
not
is this motion
Big
look very
trouble.
sus, Roman? Oh, sorry, dude. I can't see it, but
and
I was doing Roman's motion.
all right, and Logan Paul.
Hey, who likes to destroy Game Boys?
Red. Oh, go.
Hold on. Logan Paul? Hold on.
And possibly I Show Speed.
Oh.
A guy who recently wrote the bloody DC Rivals coaster.
And
know.
also possibly Kai Cenat.
Oh,
Twitch
no one
streamer.
cares.
Hey!
But the streamers of the Rumble, oh god.
And Christian Maracle.
Yeah! My pick.
I'm going to be in the Rumble too.
Wait, hold on a second. If I was actually an entrant, would I be your pick to win?
No,
Yes.
honestly, no.
No.
Hey!
Absolutely.
I would say yes, unless you were unfortunately in the ring at the same time with one Jacob Fatu.
What?
Or you
that's
could
not throw him over.
Breaker and Omos. Sorry.
So anyway-
Former GHC Tag Team Champion Omos.
So yeah, folks, as of right
No.
now, like those entrants, minus of course Kai Cenat and I Show Speed, and myself, obviously, all those other names are confirmed for the Men's Royal Rumble match, making this without a doubt the most stacked Rumble match we've ever seen. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, honestly, we may not even need a surprise entrant with how stacked the lineup is. I mean, obviously, you know, it's great to have one, but it's one of those, we don't need one.
Then Shane McMahon returns, and he's still in the Rumble.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
The best
Oh,
in the world!
shut up.
Alright.
Shut up.
Yeah, just have
Sorry, I
Shane.
did my best Mike Roman impression.
Yeah, have Shane in the match so he can just slip all over the place.
But wait, there's also one more name I forgot to mention. I was looking through the list, I forgot to mention this guy. I feel so sorry for not mentioning them. Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah.
No.
What the fuck was that?
No, thank you. No.
And no one cares.
No, thank you. Anyway.
No.
Also,
No.
the best meme
I
machine
refuse.
in all of wrestling.
I thought the best theme in wrestling is Solo Sikoa.
No, the best meme.
Oh, the best meme. Oh, the best meme is, I don't freaking know, honestly.
Yo, Balor doesn't have ears confirmed.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
don't.
bit older.
Yeah, Grandpa.
Oh my
Well, I'm in
God.
30 next year, bro. I won't call it closing in.
He's like a SpongeBob character. He was born without ears.
My leg!
Anyways.
Alright, well folks, once again, it just goes to show that this indeed is the most stacked Royal Rumble we've ever seen. And I'm surprised at how many names still have yet to be confirmed, like Sheamus and Finn Balor, Damian Priest. I guarantee they're all going to be in the match, but still, I'm shocked they haven't announced themselves yet.
Yeah.
That guy's at a basketball game, so he's having fun. And he's going to get your ass, Dominic. He's going to get your ass good.
Oh yeah, Dominic is probably going to be in the match too. Let's be honest. And also, here's another thing I'm predicting. One or both members of New Day are going to be in the match just to get the audience to boo the shit out of them.
Screw Kofi. Xavier Woods going to be in the Rumble. Screw Kofi.
Although, could you imagine if, like, New Day, Dominic, and Logan Paul all in the ring at the same time, matching the crowd?
Oh,
This
God.
Oh,
That thing will get burned down, don't you?
I'm telling you this right now. Being there, I bet you if that was to happen, the whole freaking stadium would boo the living hell out of them.
Yep.
I bet you Woods is
Make-
eventually going to
make them-
rename himself to Zero.
Make them
That's
a
his
stable.
PK character, so...
Put them all together. Make them a stable.
I actually wouldn't hate that.
Dude, imagine Steve. Oh, my God.
It's, what do they call themselves? The Booniverse?
Yes.
That's kind of a very weird term for something.
No,
The
this
Boo
is called
Squad.
this is called for what they are. Booty.
Booty.
No.
They're not booty. They're just
Anyways,
duty.
we can keep going.
They're the thing that comes out of booty. They're duty.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, anyway, though, once again, I'm excited for this. The fact that, like, there's so many possibilities, there's so many directions they could go for it, so many favorites to win. There's not just one obvious winner or two obvious winners or even three obvious winners. There's so many possibilities here. Like, my opinion, like, you look at names like John Cena, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, or even Drew McIntyre. I'm like, they could very well do it. Each one of them could be a favorite to win. So this is what I love about it. That's why it was difficult for me to even, heading into this podcast, thinking, what the fuck am I going to do to talk about this? There's so much that could happen. So this is why I like, once again, though, we're going to start, though. What we're going to do is we're going to think of two potential surprise entrants, once again, for each one of you. And, Yo Balor, I'll start with you. Who do you think could be two surprise entrants in the men's Royal Rumble match?
I'm going to get this one out of the way. I think Aleister Black is entering the Royal Rumble. Yes.
I hate to tell you this, man, but his contract with AEW doesn't expire till the end of February, so, yeah.
What? Well, scrap that then. All right, fine then. Say his name and he appears. The TNA.
All right, K-Shot, we'll get to you in a moment. Continue, Heel Balor. Heel Balor. Willie! Oh, he left us.
What?
I'm just...
Wow. Someone scared him.
Wow, he left.
Hello.
Why did you walk?
There he is.
Okay,
Yes.
he briefly left, but now he's back. Okay, but anyways, continue what you were saying, Willie.
Okay, so thinking Aleister Black guy, obviously they said show up. Maybe we'll say. So I threw in Joe Hendry. Say his name and he appears the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
My second pick is someone no one's really talking about, and you want booze? I think his brother's gonna be in. His brother's already in the Rumble. I predict Jake Paul is gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Oh my God!
Yep. I think Jake Paul is gonna be in the Rumble.
You think
with
Jake?
his brother?
You think Jake
Wait,
Paul's gonna be in the Rumble?
Yep.
What?
Wait, I forgot. Oh my
That
God.
stadium will erupt.
I forgot. They're supposed to. I forgot they're supposed to fight each other soon.
So what
actually,
better? Exactly. So what better promotional thing to have him in the Royal Rumble with his brother?
I hate to tell you guys this, but they're not fighting. Did you
What?
ever notice that they
Yeah.
never once said that this place has a location or a venue?
Uh-huh.
They're
They were
not
just
fighting.
on. They were just on Insta Live. Yeah, it's a TV show.
Yeah, it's a TV show.
Oh well, dang. Well, still, I
Regardless,
think
that-
you know, he was a Crown Jewel a few years ago. He made an appearance.
He
And I
did.
think he might dip his toes in the world of professional wrestling a bit more. What better way to showcase him and his brother than having Jake and Logan be in the Rumble at the same time?
And let's not forget that it also makes good promotion for Netflix
Yes.
as well, since Jake Paul's fight was on Netflix. So,
Yeah, the one that crashed the servers.
yeah. Don't worry, the Rumble won't crash the servers this time. I promise you.
We sure about
Oh,
that?
sure. I'm
Yeah,
throwing
you
out
sure
one.
about that?
That's wrong.
Forget about that fight crashing the servers. I blame the crashes on the servers on Mike Tyson's bare behind.
Which was kind of. I mean, what?
It was so toned.
Wait. What did Steve just say?
You don't
Nothing.
want to know.
I did not. I did not.
All right,
I did not just simp over a 59-year-old man.
Yeah, we're
Anyway.
just gonna move forward.
Moving on.
Yeah.
We're just gonna move on now. All right, Dustin, who do you think will be two potential surprise entrants in the men's Royal Rumble match?
There's a lot of great names that can be thrown out there. I'm also going to go with a TNA guy. I'm actually going with someone that no one's going to think is going to be in the Rumble or even step foot in the company. But I'm actually going to go with PCO. He just recently left. He just recently left TNA after just pretty much destroying a replica digital media title at a GCW show.
Yeah.
I think PCO would kind of be cool in the Rumble. And my second one is also going to be another TNA guy, even though PCO is no longer TNA. I am going to go with Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler. I think he's going to make a appearance at the Rumble. It'll only be a one-off. He'll go back to doing stuff with TNA. But
here's a question for you then. What theme song does he use? Does he use his WWE theme or his TNA theme?
Oh, if he's coming in as Nick Nemeth, TNA.
I don't think I'll be honest, if he steps foot in WWE, he's coming in as Dolph Ziggler.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because this is still the WWE crowd.
I think TNA would at least want them to use the Nick Nemeth name. But I'm sure once the crowd gets a look at him, they'll know it's Ziggler.
I mean, he's best known as Dolph Ziggler, so it makes sense that he'd come in as Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Either or.
For me, I'll be honest. For me, I'm keeping it simple. My two possible picks for a surprise entrance in the Men's Rumble: Joe Hendry and Omos.
Oh, Christ.
Don't you think former GHC Tag Team Champion Omos?
What else? Who else would I be talking about?
Christian, no kidding, two of my least favorite wrestlers. I cannot stand either one of them. So if either one of them show up, I'm booing the hell out of both of them.
And for information, Christian, Omos is a common name. He can mean anybody.
Well, tell me another wrestler you know as Omos.
The dude that was just in Japan.
Well, tell me another.
The one that used to be in WWE.
That's the same guy, you dumbass.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it wasn't. The dude that was in Japan had a title.
So was the guy in WWE.
No, he didn't. He had a tittle.
What the fuck? Okay, well, whatever the case. Anyway,
Porn name for Tim.
Yeah, let's.
I guess I'm done.
Okay, I asked Willie and I asked Dustin, and then Sean just went nuts on me, and then thankfully he went nuts on me. He didn't nut on me.
Just be grateful that it's not November.
I mean, the day's still young, so I'm just gonna step away.
We are already demonetized. Don't people realize that?
Well, don't worry. We're saying the relative terms, all right? We're not saying the derogatory terms.
True.
Anyway, Leo, who do you think are two possible surprise entrants in the Men's Rumble?
Well, my first one. Hold on. My first one, obviously.
Turn that off. Turn that off.
Damn it!
Okay, it's one thing for me to get... Sorry, Leo had to mute you, but it's one thing for me to get demonetized. I do not want to get copyrighted.
It's not like they're gonna understand what the hell is coming out of my microphone.
Actually, they did. That came out perfectly clear.
It really did.
So, folks, from this point forward,
Maybe clap, Leo. Maybe clap.
For this point forward, no playing music, folks.
What are you
Some of these guys trying to get me demonetized. Others.
Would you have preferred if I played Baby Shark?
I prefer if you would play no music. Thank you very much. If you guys could see me right now, you would see me with my hand on my head, and I would be in so much pain.
Oh, good God.
YouTube.
That is
my
much.
God.
That is much better. Oh my god, that is much better. I'm gonna let these guys calm down for a while.
Let them relax.
We're gonna let these guys calm down for a while, with their minds muted, while we continue. Leo, once again with you.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously one, Joe Hendry,
Okay.
and the second one, I'm not sure, but you know what? Since he's wanting to retire this year, like, screw it. My father, Bill Goldberg, is gonna be in the Rumble.
He's not your father.
What do you mean? Of course he is.
Your name's not Gage.
No,
Is it?
I'm his illegitimate child that he didn't know he had.
Okay, I won't lie though. Goldberg, I did not even think of that, but if he is gonna retire this year, I guess that could be a possibility. And it would attract quite a huge pop from the crowd, even though people don't like him. I'm like, it's a Rumble match. It'll be fine. So yeah, that could be a possibility. I'd never thought of that before. Steve, who are two potential picks for you to think for you? Fuck, my head is killing me right now. Who do you think are two possible surprise entrants for the men's Rumble?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the two TNA talents. If I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Josh Alexander and Moose.
Okay. Josh Alexander and Moose. That's interesting. All right, Tyler, who do you think will be two potential surprise entrants for the men's Rumble?
You know what? I'm actually going to add one more to that because there are three very good options for surprises this year.
Right.
First things first, since I did it for the women's, I'm actually going to have it for the men's as well. A TNA pick.
All right.
And I know this is the obvious one. Everyone's been spouting, oh, this is going to happen. But considering the partnership and considering the fact that he is the official TNA World Champion, I mean, Kazarian has not won the belt yet, so this is time of recording here. Current TNA World Champion. I don't know if I should even say his name, because if you say his name, he appears, right?
It's Joe Hendry. Yeah.
I mean, don't say his name, guys. Don't say his name, but yeah,
Here's the thing.
He's gonna.
Well, here's the thing, Tyler. Everybody has said his name at least once at this point.
Oh, fuck it. I'll just say it then. Joe Hendry.
There you go.
I think, yeah. I think Hendry is going to be in the Rumble.
All right.
Because, I mean, come on. It's one that makes so much sense. And plus, I mean, could you imagine the stare down between Hendry and Cena? All that would be fun. That would be a fun little moment there.
Well, that's assuming that he's in the match by the time Cena shows up.
Yeah, of course. That is the case. But, I mean, it would be fun, of course. My second surprise, and obviously this is down to if he can make it in time sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to go with the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah,
Yes!
that could be a possibility, yep.
Yes. Honestly, I fucking love Ilya Dragunov. He is one of the absolute best wrestlers in the company. And I said in a previous episode about the Brum Breaker Ilya Dragunov matches, how they were some of my favorite matches last year. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think Ilya could super Cena his way back to being healthy enough for the Rumble. Because, come on, everyone likes a surprise return from injury. And I think Ilya is the kind of guy who'd be able to do that. And apparently, he's been at the Performance Center recently, so there is a possibility for that. But I do have one other name I'm thinking, and this is the most out there name I could think of for like a surprise return option, because we don't know if this could happen, but picture the scenario. Woods and Kofi are in the ring, eliminating fools, and they're waiting. 3, 2, 1, You want to go big? Then say that. Oh, yep. I know it is so unlikely, but come on. We need a Big E return. I know,
Okay.
obviously, we're not sure about, like, his current injury status and that kind of thing, and if he can wrestle again, but if he's healthy enough to get back into the ring, we need to see Big E in the Rumble. And if it's possible, if it can happen, at Mania, I'd book a New Day triple threat. If it can be possible, I would book a New Day triple threat. Because, come on, that is a match we've wanted for a very long time. And I think if Big E's healthy enough, we're going to see it. So, there you go.
Yeah, I'd very well hope that he'll be okay, because here's the thing. Like, I was speaking with my mother about this, Mama Maracle, and she believes Big E is entirely done. Because this is it's a severe neck injury. Happened almost 3 years ago, and he didn't even get surgery on it, and that's because the potential of complications, in my opinion. And here's the thing, that is a lot worse than getting neck surgery.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I'm glad he's doing stuff for, like, Netflix, like all the little extra shows they've been doing for the Netflix launch, but still, if he's healthy enough and he's willing to go, put him in the Rumble.
well, that's the thing. I think it's because of the lack of surgery is the reason why he's probably never going to get cleared, and that's mostly like if even freaking professional doctors are not putting surgery on somebody because of the fear of complications, that's how you know it's without a doubt more serious than anything Edge or Daniel Bryan ever suffered.
Yeah. So
That's why I feel
that one is definitely out there.
That's the reason why
who
I
knows?
feel really bad for Big E and everything.
Yeah, like he's one of the. I'll just say it. He is one of the greatest to ever do it.
He is, yeah. But anyways, Keishawn, I haven't asked you yet. Who are two potential surprise entrants you think could be in the Men's Royal Rumble match?
I got obviously I have two, but one of them might be either unlikely or pretty much likely, but depending on who you ask. Number one, obviously Joe Hendry, and number two, who's the one person that has history with Cena, Roman, and CM Cunt?
That's a good question, actually.
Dean
And what's
Ambrose?
I know who you're talking.
Dean
I know
Ambrose?
who you're talking about, Tristan.
I'm thinking it's either likely or very unlikely, depending on who you ask. But my surprise entrance, the return of Brock Lesnar.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow.
What do you think I was
I
talking
was
about?
thinking. I thought you were talking about The Rock.
No. In my opinion, the Rumble would be the perfect time for Brock to come back.
Well, we'll just, we're going to keep the Brock Lesnar talk on the down low for a while. However, I will say that is a really interesting idea.
I know, right?
Just from now until further notice, folks. Just because, there's a lot going on, which we will not discuss.
Yeah.
But I do agree, like, if that would happen and he shows up, then I would clearly mean that they managed to do some sort of settlement or found out that he was not really involved in those lawsuits. So that'd be great. That would mean, like, honestly, hearing that music would be not only amazing to see Brock Lesnar again, but it would also be the greatest good news we've ever heard.
Yeah, true.
Because hearing that music would indeed just confirm to us he's innocent. That's all. But right now, all we can hope for is that he's innocent. In the meantime, I will admit, one that's likely and one that's unlikely. It could be likely, but also unlikely. That's what I like about that. It just goes to show that, once again, I said this the whole podcast, but this is indeed the most stacked Royal Rumble we've ever seen, and that could add into it. You never know. All right, we've talked about who could possibly be surprise entrants, and now it's time for the most important part. Who's going to win the match? So, Leo, I'll start with you. Who do you think's winning the men's Royal Rumble match?
We're we're not getting a repeat of a two-time winner. I can tell you that. We're gonna get a three-time winner. It's gonna be John Cena.
John Cena.
Ooh.
All right, not bad. And folks, also, Leo has got to head out soon, so we'll take this moment to tell him thank you for joining the podcast and welcome once again to the Losers Lounge.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be an official loser, and I hope to join you all again for the next time.
Door's always up, and
Of course.
All right.
Take care, Leo.
Peace and love, my buddies.
See you later, Leo.
All right.
Later.
That's pretty good stuff. He has a good point about John Cena. He could be a heavy favorite here. So, Heel Balor, I will go with you next. Who is winning the men's Royal Rumble match?
I have two picks, honestly. One is going to be, oh man, three. Third pick, John Cena. I mean, he's the obvious one, but I don't think he's winning because, I think Cena's winning the Chamber. The other person I could see win the Royal Rumble is Drew McIntyre. I don't know why. Drew McIntyre potentially could win the Royal Rumble. I don't know, this past week on Raw with the segment with Paul Heyman, I'm like, you know what? I can see Drew winning. Something like that. Screw it. Whatever. Seth Rollins then sure ain't winning. No, because I will do very bad things and say very bad things if Seth wins the Rumble. That's all I'm going to say. I like Seth. No. My official pick to win the men's Royal Rumble. It's clobbering time. CM Punk. Yes, I think CM Punk is winning the men's Royal Rumble this year. They're going to give it to him. He's going to get his moment. Punk's never won the Rumble. I think this is the best pick to win the Rumble. CM Punk is my final pick to win the Royal Rumble. Pepsi Punk. Let's go.
All right. Okay, Sean, who do you think is going to win the men's Royal Rumble match?
Okay, call me crazy, but I don't have Cena winning the Rumble.
Fair enough.
In fact, to just go off course for just a minute, I don't
go for it.
I don't think he should win his 17th world title. But I'm not saying just hang on. Just hear me out. What I'm saying is he shouldn't win his 17th title yet. They should save it for his last match.
Ooh.
I wouldn't hate that.
I, on the other hand, would hate that because I don't like the idea of winning a title just to relinquish it the next night. That just makes it pointless.
But just imagine. It's his last ever match, and he finally gets that 17th world title right before he retires. This is his last ever match, and he faces let's say the world champion by then is fuck it. Say it's Drew McIntyre. Just for example, it's Drew McIntyre, and he faces him in his last ever match. But it's like a series of matches leading up to his last match, and we get to it, right? And that's when he finally wins his 17th, and everyone goes home happy.
All right. Well, anyways, who do you think's gonna win the men's Royal Rumble? Since you don't think it's John Cena.
I'm gonna go with. Call me crazy, but for some reason, my dark horse is Seth. But for the one who I think is winning it, Drew.
All right. Steve, who do you think is gonna win the men's Royal Rumble match?
This is a difficult one. I've debated weeks over this one. I was really tossed up with a few people on what's gonna happen. See, if it was my way being a fan, I honestly want Logan Paul to win. I know how much shit I'm about to get for that one, but the reason why I didn't mention this person earlier when we were doing the ladder match is because he's another one that I think could return here and win it. And this is the person who I believe will go on to dethrone Cody. The person I have winning the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match is Randy Orton.
Ooh.
That's another 3-time winner.
Is who?
That'd be another Randy Orton.
Randy.
Oh.
That'd be another 3-time winner. Yep. My opinion, here's the thing. If I had to pick between Cena and Orton to win their third Rumble, I would pick Randy Orton.
I would too.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler, since I figured Dustin will go last since he's attending the Rumble again. Tyler, you're next. Who is winning the Men's Royal Rumble match?
My God, this year feels so unpredictable and in
we're
a
out of
good
time.
way.
And we're out of time, folks. I'm just kidding. I always seem to cut somebody off at least once.
I thought you were about to cut off me.
All right, go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, this I think is the most unpredictable Rumble ever. Like, there are so many feasible options that it's like, it is hard to pick a winner, but I've got 3 names in mind. 1 is officially announced, and 2 who are not announced. So I'll start with the officially announced one. And call me crazy for this. Call me crazy for this idea, but knowing WWE and knowing what they might be interested in, my announced pick is the cover star of 2K25 himself, the OTC Roman Reigns. And believe me, I did not know if I would realistically want this, because here's the thing, there's a lot of great picks out there, but there are other matches for those guys that I think are better suited. I mean, look at someone like Seth and Punk. They're better off fighting each other at Mania in something like a Las Vegas death match or something. John Cena, Randy Orton. I've actually fancy booked the idea of doing Cena versus Orton at Mania, because I feel like Cena's last match should be against a newer talent to kind of help elevate the newer talent sort of thing. And there's a lot of other names people have been thinking of, but those are just some examples there. I mean, honestly, I don't know why, but I feel like WWE could do a third encounter between Roman and Cody. And I know I wouldn't really want it myself, but this is WWE we're talking about. They're the kind of people who would see the success of their previous encounters and be like, okay, yeah, let's do that again. That worked. And look, it's obviously, they might make it like a face versus face ultimate challenge-esque, like face versus face match, but I just got a feeling that that's kind of a way they would go for it. But my 2 unannounced winners, I feel like are way better options for this. And my first is Ilya Dragunov. Now, hear me out. Hear me out on this one. Ilya Dragunov, obviously returning, would be incredible. But I think when it comes to WrestleMania, there is one match you can do for Gunther that makes so much sense to do. And that is Gunther versus Dragunov 3. And not gonna lie, I'd actually have that be the night 1 main event, because if you think about it, this is the kind of epic match that makes so much sense to Mania. And plus, it makes storyline sense too. In the story, Gunther could say, oh, I took out Ilya so that I don't have to deal with him, because Gunther is scared of Ilya. Because, I mean, Ilya was the one who managed to beat Gunther at TakeOver 36. And WILLIE has had Gunther's number on many occasions, so if you think about it, I think that would make an incredible match for WrestleMania. But, there is another person, and this is the most unlikely of picks, because I know for a fact that there's no way they do this, but this is the match that I have been saying for the longest time that we need for WrestleMania 41. And that match, and who I think is going to win the Rumble, is going to be, at Mania, Rock versus Cody. And believe me, I know Rock is a busy man. He's got all of his films and such to do, but I feel like this whole thing that The Rock was doing, being all nice to Cody, was some sort of distractionary target sort of thing. Because, if you think about it, looking back at the Raw after Mania, The Rock was looking very nicely at that title, because he knows that with all the gold, you get all the power, as they said all those years ago for Backlash 2001. And to be honest, I could see WWE doing a ultimate Hollywood Rock world title run as the final boss. I feel like that is something that can draw so many people into WWE, and I feel like it just makes the most sense to do. And I get people are saying with the idea of The Rock winning the belt being like, oh, you'll just give it back to Roman. No! You can actually use it to help elevate other guys. Like I said in an Amino post I did, that I would have Braun Breaker be the one to beat The Rock if The Rock won the belt. But honestly, I feel like with either three of my options, I think they do kind of make some sense in terms of match stories, and I'm intrigued to see how the Rumble goes in general, because this year's Rumble, I'm so excited.
All right. And finally, the guy who's attending the Royal Rumble, Dustin, who is winning the men's Royal Rumble match?
By the way, Christian, the amount of times you said that in this podcast, you're about to give people watching this podcast brain aneurysms. But anyway.
Ding!
Anyways, I have two picks to win the Rumble. My one of my picks is actually my two picks are going to be the final two in the Rumble. I'm predicting these two to be the final two. I have John Cena being the runner-up, and I have the winner being CM Punk. Because I think the promo that Punk and Cody had on Raw convinced me that Punk is winning. I think we're getting Punk and Cody at WrestleMania for the WWE title. And tell me, I would just love to see the story that they could tell with Cody having the belt and then Punk winning the Rumble, and see what they could do some crazy shit with that. I would be ecstatic if Punk won, actually. But if Cena won, I would be happy too, because I did tell, shout out to our buddy Antoine, I did tell him, and I told the guys this too, there's really two names that I would personally, and this is just me saying this personally, would be okay with Cody dropping the belt to. And that is Randy Orton, because obviously the legacy story and how much history that entails, and John Cena because of the 17. Mm-hmm. I would be okay with either one of those, but I think this year's Rumble winner is going to be Punk. And I think we're getting Punk and Cody at WrestleMania because that Monday Night Raw promo convinced me so much that Punk is winning.
I mean, fair enough.
Pretty good stuff.
What was Cena could challenge Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship?
That would, I mean, not from the Rumble win, obviously, but...
Oh, no. Oh, they are building at Penta versus Braun Breaker, it seems like. So, I wonder what Cena does do.
Oh, my God. I just got an idea.
Spill.
Oh, my God. Okay. You know what would get... You know what would piss off... literally make Indianapolis
pretty much explode out of anger?
Vince McMahon returns.
Nah, even worse than that.
What could be worse?
If John Cena gets eliminated by Logan Paul.
Oh,
Honestly,
I can actually see that happening too.
Oh yeah.
Imagine imagine this. They're both in like let's say they're both in the final four, and we think that Cena's about to eliminate Logan, but then this motherfucker pulls out some brass knucks from his pants, and he knocks out Cena and then throws him over.
In a way, without the brass knuckle spot, he did do that against Seth when they were about to feud that one year.
So that could work. That could very well work, honestly.
It very could.
The final, I think the final four is going to be, well, the runner-up I think will be Seth. The final four, I think pretty much everyone is talking about this, but I chose as well because I think it's a very good scenario. The final four I think will be John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Punk, and who was the other one? Roman. Thank you. Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That's Seth Rollins.
Well,
but either way, I think they'll be the final four.
Yeah.
And the final two, Punk and Cody. Or Punk, Cody in the Rumble.
Cody?
Yeah, because Cody's in the Rumble, man. The final two are going to be Cena and Punk. And I think Roman, I'm going to throw this out. I think Roman's going to be eliminated very interestingly. I think Jacob Fatu is going to be in the Rumble, obviously. But something's telling me that Roman's going to be eliminated for storyline reasons. That's going to set his WrestleMania match with somebody. I don't know who it's going to be, but someone's going to get Roman out of the ring. It's going to have to match Roman's scary power and stuff like that.
I think I know where you're going with that.
Go for it. What do you think?
I'm thinking you're thinking Rock or no?
Yes, I did. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I think The Rock, he won't enter the Rumble, but either his music hits, something's going to happen. Either enters the Rumble or whatever. He's going to, either appear on the stage, his music hit, whatever. It's going to distract Roman, and then maybe Jacob Fatu or Solo Sikoa throws out Roman Reigns. I do think
Logan Paul throws him out.
Logan Paul. That'd be interesting. Logan, I think, could throw out Cena, which, again, you guys, like I said, I could get some big heat.
Oh, yeah.
You want massive heat, boys? Remember I said, Jake Paul can enter. Imagine both Paul brothers eliminating Cena. Oh, my God. That stadium would riot.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
People would leave.
Holy shit. That stadium would riot. If
People
that
will
happened.
throw bloody drink bottles at the ring.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's the only thing I can really see, because I think Roman's going to be eliminated because of storyline reasons. Cena, I think, is making the finals, obviously. And that Final Four is going to be interesting. If it's going to be Roman or Seth in the Final Four. We're going to talk about the women's wise for the Final Four. Becky, Charlotte, Nia Jax, and you know what, screw it, just to shut people up and make them happy. Liv Morgan, whatever. Liv Morgan.
I actually got a different one, and I think no one. Obviously, the two main ones, Becky and Charlotte, are going to be Final Four. I've got Charlotte, Becky, Bianca, and I have Jade Cargill making Final Four too. I think Jade Cargill will also make a return at the Rumble too.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of you guys.
Yeah.
I don't really have a specific Final Four.
Yeah, I don't have
such.
a Final Four either.
Yeah, I don't have a Final Four either.
Yeah, but
It's fine, though.
I think overall, when it comes to the Final Four, I think they're all going to be, big names. That's
for
the way
sure.
I put it.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Interesting.
that is going to conclude the predictions to the Royal Rumble. And like we said, we just put in so many different possibilities here, so many roads to WrestleMania. That's the one thing I'm excited for. We're about to hit WrestleMania, and we have no idea which direction we're heading into. So that's the best part about it. Although, shockingly, I'm surprised we don't know the rest of WrestleMania week.
Yeah, like, we don't even know the venue for Bloody Stand Deliver, even.
Or if there even is going to be one at that time.
Yeah, like, I was saying this to the guys a while back, I think they might do Stand Deliver at the Palms, where Hard to Kill was.
Possibly, yeah. But anyways, folks, as always, it's great to have you guys here, and it's good to have you guys here as official members of the Losers Lounge.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
mate. We appreciate you
Very
so
much.
much, mate.
Yes, sir.
Let's make a pact.
Love it, man. Thank you.
Let's make a pact on
George.
something. We're gonna make 2025 our best year yet.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fuck yeah.
2025 is going to be the biggest year for the podcast, especially since later this year, will probably mark episode 150. So this is going to be a big year for the podcast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, folks. Here's what's going on. I want to let you guys know. As we know, NXT Vengeance Day is gonna be the next pay-per-view after this. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing it, but then after that's the Elimination Chamber for Toronto, which I'm excited for. I'll be at SmackDown in Toronto, the Elimination Chamber, and Monday Night Raw in Buffalo. So I will be at those 3 shows. That should be fun. Then we'll be doing AEW Revolution for the start of March as well.
Yep.
Then after that, we're going to AEW Dynasty, and then that will culminate this season of the Losers Lounge, because, you know, the season premiere is always during WrestleMania week.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
But in the meantime, everybody enjoy the Royal Rumble, and since now we got literally a much bigger barrage of losers here, heel Balor, you know what to
We
do.
do. Well, we're the losers. And our life just got a whole lot bigger. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the Royal Rumble. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.